Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students of class 9th. Today we are doing chapter number 4, viruses, bacteria and cyanobacteria. What topic we will study today? All about bacteria, in which we will study discovery of bacteria, characteristics, structure, forms or shapes, nutrition of bacteria, nutritional mode of bacteria, respiration, importance and some harmful effects. So let's start. Who discovered bacteria? Antony van Leeuwenhoek in 1676 using a single lens microscope of his own design. He saw the bacteria and discovered. Characteristics. As you know, in last chapter we have done that what are kingdom prokaryote include. Kingdom prokaryote, kingdom Monera include unicellular prokaryotes. So bacteria are unicellular prokaryotes. Do you know what is the meaning of prokaryotes? Prokaryotes are the organisms that don't have a true nucleus, means they have nuclear material but without a nuclear membrane. They grow everywhere. They grow in every habitat of Earth under all environmental conditions. They are the largest number of creatures. They found everywhere. They are the smallest, oldest and the simplest living organisms. In last class, I have told you the viruses are smaller than bacteria. But actually viruses are also considered as non-living when they are not present on their host. So they will become non-living. But the true living organisms are the bacteria that are the smallest one. The size of bacteria 0.2 to 2 micron in width and 2 to 10 micron in length. They reproduce by binary fission. What is binary fission? It is a type of asexual reproduction in which a body divided into two bodies. You can see this picture. Alright, now structure of bacteria. Bacteria has some essential structure: cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm and nuclear material. Cell wall is the outermost layer, then inside cell wall there is cell membrane. Inside the cell membrane all the portion is called cytoplasm except the nuclear portion, this one, and this is nuclear material. When we combinedly say this nuclear material and cytoplasm, that is called protoplasm. Okay, in next class you are going to study protoplasm also. Without nucleus, that will be called cytoplasm. Okay, these four things are essentially present in all kinds of bacteria, but some are the particular structures like capsule, flagella, this one, flagella, pili and spores. These are the particular structures present in some kinds of bacteria and do not present in other kinds. Okay, so these four you need to remember: cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm and nuclear material. Now you can come to your book, page number 77. Open it, so it will be easy for you to understand the structure, what diagram given in your book. Bacterial cell consists, because it's a cell, bacteria is a cell, unicellular, consists of cell wall, plasma membrane. Actually nuclear membrane is also called plasma membrane, cytoplasm and nuclear material. One by one we will discuss these four. Cell wall, the outer membrane is called the cell wall. Alright, it is thick and rigid, made up of amino acids, sugar and sometimes chitin. Okay, so you have to remember these points. What about plasma membrane? It is not thick, it is thin and attached to cell wall at few places. This is inside the cell membrane and some places it is attached to cell wall. Has many pores, made up of lipids and proteins. Alright. And what is the function of plasma membrane? As they are having pores, they do respiration and also acts as selective membrane, means some of the substances can move through the cell membrane in and out of the cell. Okay, so this is the function, duty of plasma membrane. Now what about cytoplasm? Cytoplasm, this one. Okay, this is granular, present in between cell membrane and nuclear region. Cell membrane and nuclear region, this whole is cytoplasm. Has many small vacuoles, you can see here vacuoles, this circular shape, ribosomes and glycogen particles. Next is nuclear material.